Curiosity, fearlessness, intelligence, the ability to see the bigger picture. These are traits that are crucial to any good journalist. Christina Pascucci brings all of these things and so much more to her news reporting. She's also bringing it to us here at Fox 11. To do stories, you have to understand not just the story, but also those involved.
Christina has spent her career doing just that. Getting out into the community, even when she's not working on a story, whether she's covering at-risk kids in LA
or dodging horrors in a war zone. Christina makes sure she covers the big issues, but also doesn't forget the people whose lives are affected most by everything that's going on. And Christina, you'll be joining us officially today.
Yes,
welcome,
first
welcome.
official day. Thank you. You guys, I've been so emotional. I'm just so grateful to be here in your midst and call you coworkers now. It's such a big day.
It's such a big... Also, can I just say, we just named all the things you're good at. Plus, you have a great arm. We just saw her toss a phone.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we're on camera.
She obviously doesn't know Saul very well. She trusts him.
Got it.
Well, nice catch.
But you're a world traveler, and a lot of this you've done on your own just because of your curiosity, right?
Yeah, I have an insatiable curiosity for people and issues, and recently, you know, when I had time off, I wanted to see as much as I could. So Roxy and I talked about it, but we did the story on Armenia. It's just so important and helps you gain a greater understanding because so much of the population here is Armenian too, of course.
But before all of that, you went to Ukraine right as the war was beginning, and I'm assuming you're the one who pitched to do this story.
Yes.
You said, I want to go, I want to be in the middle of it all. And you went, and then a couple days later, things got crazy, and you were back home safely, thankfully.
Yeah. So I'm with this foundation, Children of War Foundation, and we help kids in war zones and a lot in the Middle East. And then in Ukraine, we were doing a mission. So I pitched to my boss at the time, like, can we please go? I've been asking for months, or a month, if we could go as things were heating up too. And finally they agreed. And so it was such an honor to be there. And this is some of the footage from where refugees, that was when the air raid sirens were going off and everyone had to go down to the basement. And, you know, that was when we escaped, because the day we got there, it was bombed. The day we left, it was bombed in the area where we were. And then, tragically, a few journalists had been killed that week as well. So it was high stress, to say the least, but such an honor to be there on the ground and give that perspective.
You're speaking about it so casually, but the words that you're using, I'm like, this is terrifying. How do you stay, you know, together?
Yeah, no, it was. I think you just focus on the people, and it was so cool to like how generous and open they were. There was this live shot I did where we were sitting at a table with the families. They were having dinner, and they were teaching us how to cook Ukrainian food, and so generous with their time and their food, even though at that time store shelves were actually running low on a lot of items. So to experience that, you see the best of humanity in the midst of the worst, and to witness that firsthand is something I'll never forget.
How are you even sitting here right now? Just jet lag? Because I couldn't keep track of all the countries you've been to in the last, week alone? I mean, how many?
I thrive on chaos, like all of us in news do, right? I mean, isn't that how we function, I think?
Rush.
Yes.
What fascinates me is all the different places you go, and they're so different, and maybe places most people wouldn't think to travel, right? So which is fun, because you're doing something so different. When you travel and you don't speak the language, like in most cases, isn't it amazing how much you can communicate with people who don't speak the same language as you?
Sometimes you get along better that way, I think. You know, it's just like smile, body language, no pretense, no preconceived notions about the other person. You're just there in the moment, experiencing this moment in time together. And I usually always try to have a good translator as my #1 rule wherever I go. But you know, you can get by, I speak Spanish, so that's really helpful when you're in South America or Central America. But yeah, I mean, there's so much you can say without speaking the same language. It's amazing.
You've seen so much. How many countries have you visited?
Like 110 or so.
Oh,
only.
Oh my God.
My dream is to see every country.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to keep you grounded here because you are from here, 818, right? Valley.
And a Trojan, a proud Trojan.
Yes, you also do so much community work, and you get emotional when things like this happen. You were awarded the California Big Sister of the Year award by Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Let's look.
Imagine the impact and trickle effect that would happen if every child who faced adversity in Los Angeles and beyond felt seen, heard, loved, and supported.
Oh, tell us about this moment and the work that you're doing in the community.
This is Catholic Big Brothers Big Sisters. Even though Catholic's in the name, it's not necessarily religious. Anyone's welcome, and they help, you know, inner city youth. They provide mentors, one-on-one mentors, and Jocelyn's my little sister. She's been with me for a decade.
What?
Oh my
Yes, and this is near and dear to my heart. It's such an important program. I'm a big believer in education and supporting children early on, and this is what that does. It gets kids into things they wouldn't normally experience, STEM. You know, like I took her for the first time to the beach, for the first time on a plane ride, because we were talking earlier how I'm a pilot, and her mom trusted me. Thankfully, I do fly better than I drive, I have to admit. And so, yeah, it's anyone who, if you're looking for a way to give back, I highly recommend Big Brothers Big Sisters. There's a few different chapters in the Los Angeles area, but I can't say enough amazing things about them. And also, I'm very passionate about working with foster youth, and they're involved with that too.
That's so great. On a personal note, you recently got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You obviously have a, oh, there we go.
There he is.
Oh, I loved it.
Your husband, Austin.
Yes, and there's Cass and Erwin McMahon.
How long have you been together?
Since, oh, okay. So it's a little tricky.
I love
I'm
this.
not,
I love a
I'm not
story.
hesitating because I don't know. It's just because of COVID and everything.
I
Guys, what are
remember
the
you were
COVID
trying
brides?
to get a pandemic wedding, right?
Yes.
It was really hard.
We planned it September 2020 originally. We said, love's not canceled, we're gonna do this. And then, of course,
It was.
we know what happened. Yeah, love was canceled. So we delayed until, we delayed a few times and tried doing different places, but ultimately March of 2021, we did a small 15-person thing.
Oh,
Which,
wow. That's
yeah,
impressive.
It went from 300 to 15, but it was nice. It was
Okay.
intimate and
So you
great
know
for
how
the
to
family.
pivot.
Yeah, that's also what
overuse that.
news people know how to do.
We know that
Let's
worked
leave on a
well.
cute note, right? You have a little doggy, right?
Oh, Gracie.
Gracie,
Oh,
She is my love. I adopted her when I worked in Reno. My first TV job like 12, 13 years ago. This is a little sideways video for you. And she is just the love of my life.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. I have to give a shout out to her grandparents who have had joint custody for a long time, but now she's back with me. So.
Well, listen, we are so excited to have
Yes,
you
we are.
here to be part of our team. We can't wait for
I'm
all
so
the amazing
honored.
stories you're
guys
going to
are
put together.
All amazing talents. I love the stories you tell, how you do deep dives into important issues, and it's really, like, truly an honor to be sitting here with you.
Likewise. Likewise. We'll be right back. More to come with you.